कॉम्प्रिहेंशन होता है अपने आप को समझने के लिए, एंड इन situations when we have to understand the other person also. So I'm here talking about intrapersonal, so it's all about one person's situation. So writing down what you are feeling, and we all have been through this in our schools, in our graduation days. लिखने के बाद बहुत peaceful feel होता है. So this is one strategy. The second strategy is mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is basically being present in the moment. Now, like many of us, even here, I know majority of you are only physically present, mentally elsewhere, and that is fine, it happens. So, most of the times we are envisioning future, like हमारी ऐसी situation होगी, मैं शाम को इस friend से मिलूँगी या मैं मिलूँगा, and we are about to plan whatever you are thinking. And most of the times, on the other hand, it's about the past. We are regretting, we are sad about some things that have happened, fortunately or unfortunately. So if those things are not there and we are in the moment, conflicts will not arise. This next step is seeking professional help. हर चीज़ का जवाब हमारे पास नहीं होता है. We need an external push. We need that external help so that we can find a direction, a horizon to think and to seek what is best for us. So here actually I would like to like share a thing. There's this technology in Japanese that these people use. It's called kintsugi. I don't know how many people are aware of it. They actually believe in filling, whenever a piece of porcelain or a glass breaks, they actually fill those cracks with gold. So what they are actually envisioning in that case is that they believe in celebrating those vulnerabilities, that brokenness adds to your beauty. Like, it's not always about the positive aspects, they are celebrating the negative aspects also. So they actually believe in this, they do this. The next strategy is decision making strategies. We all do this on a very often basis. Envisioning future scenarios, listing pros and cons. हमारे लिए क्या ठीक है, क्या गलत है, and then we choose the best option out of it. Now moving on to interpersonal conflict resolution. So, like as Anjali and Abhilash have already talked, I want to see what all you have understood by intrapersonal and interpersonal conflicts. I'll come to you, Aishwarya. Yes, Shrishti. क्या समझ आया अभी तक? Yes, correct. Understanding the underlying emotions is important in every situation we go through in life. बस ये फर्क है कि इंट्रापर्सनल में you have to have that ability to do that with oneself. Interpersonal में you have to do with the other person, and it is very difficult, and in some situations it is very difficult for oneself also. But here I am talking about when conflicts happen between two people. Intrapersonal conflict resolution, however, is more dependent on self dialogue, self introspection. But when it comes to some other person, the second person, you have to be compromising, you have to be coordinating, and you have to initiate negotiation in some cases. So some key skills that really need to be implemented in such cases are, the first and foremost is communication. How can we last without communication? Because we are living in a society, we need to emote, we need to express, and until unless we communicate, we'll never be able to know what is happening around us, within us, and so on. Expressing leads to connectivity and to overcome differences. This further enables to build stronger relationships and to foster the best productivity and the best that you are expecting out of the other person. So, for an example, in a scenario where a person is in a relationship where you are a very good friend with the other person, and some conflicts happen with that person, and you are just like misunderstandings हो जाती हैं friends के बीच में भी. So there actually, if you are saying that I am feeling undervalued in your presence, that you are not devoting much time, और इसके बजाय if you can say that you are not valuing my presence, like what here I am trying to say is your word selection becomes very crucial in those situations, especially, and it is very said that when it is very critical, you should never talk about those things on WhatsApp. On text, you should never talk about things that are very critical in your life, because there you don't have a chance to emote, you don't have a chance to clarify, because like many things can go wrong there. The next is emotional intelligence. Now, can someone just tell me what is emotional intelligence and IQ and EQ? Yes, friends. What do you understand?
See, EQ refers to how well we manage our emotions.
Yes.
And
Yes.
intelligence refers to our cognitive abilities.
Yes.
So I would like to actually, I don't know how many of you are interested in spy movies. Spies are masters of both. So as what you call special agents, or who go to another country to perform certain
Yes.
job movie देखते हो किसी,
Yes, yes.
they have to master both of them. Because if that's basically how they are called most of the times, their emotions and their
Yes.
so basically it summarizes IQ refers to your cognitive and EQ refers to your
Emotional intelligence. Yes, Prince. Thank you. So, emotional intelligence, as Prince quoted, being able to manage your emotions well. And it is not necessarily a person who has a high IQ is equipped with high EQ as well. There are many people in my life, in my personal life also, and I am sure you all have also seen. People are very much equipped with skills and everything, but when it comes to emotions, they digress. So, placing oneself in other person's shoes, किसी का दर्द समझना और comprehend कर पाना is actually what we define emotional intelligence as. And this actually makes room for understanding and empathy, and you are able to build a stronger connection with the other person. If we undergo many situations like this in our lives when we are feeling down, on those days we are a little थोड़ा ज़्यादा हमें push चाहिए होता है. We want our friends to be extra sweet with us on those days. Like a very vague example I might give, on our birthdays, we all are grown ups, we are not very much interested in our birthdays now, but कोई अगर happy birthday wish करता है तो अच्छा लगता है. क्या ज़रूरत है? हाँ, like my personal thinking is that we are moving towards age, and we all are like ज़िंदगी से एक साल कम हो रहा है, but कोई कहता है तो अच्छा लगता है. The next factor is active listening. Listening is probably the most essential part in the entire communication block. Until unless we take in, we can never comprehend and never understand what the other person wants from us and what we want from us, what we want from others. The feeling of that I am being heard, I am being understood, that the other person cares for me, can work wonders in times of conflict resolving. So, example, an employee who gets appreciated will always try to actually overdo and do more than what is actually expected out of him. The next is open discussion. Can someone just throw some light on this on my behalf? Open discussion क्या होता है? Yes. Okay.
This is a form of open discussion, I think.
You would like to add anything else to that, Aishwarya?
I think so. This is a type of open discussion to gather more ideas and for having two-way communication.
Yes. Open discussion actually opens the ways and actually makes you more exposed to different thinking and ideologies. जिसको हम flexibility कहते हैं, adaptability कहते हैं जिसको हम if you are not ready to listen what the other person is saying, you will always be stuck in your own cubicle. You will never be able to move out. So a very classic example is the 6-9 dilemma. A person standing across that, two persons standing across that argue over the fact whether it is whether it's 6 or 9, where both of them like neither of them can be rejected and neither of them can be accepted. Like am I making sense to you all? The next is patience. Being patient and calm is probably the best way out to get the best out of the qualities that we are talking. Patience के बिना we'll never be able to comprehend and judge हमारे आसपास क्या हो रहा है, हमारे अंदर क्या हो रहा है. As Abhilash quoted, still water runs deep. So that actually means if there is a turmoil going on inside you, you'll never be able to reach the depth. The next is impartiality. Impartiality, unbiasedness, and the absence of any undue influence, as we call. अगर आपका already mindset एक sect की तरफ, एक point की तरफ झुका हुआ है, you will never be able to understand the other side. So a person who feels that I am being fairly treated, मेरी बात सुनी जाती है, मुझे समझा जा रहा है, he will always be open. The next is guidance and positivity. I would like to hear from you all, your anecdotes from your personal lives. कहाँ आपको लगा guidance and positivity से you were able to resolve your conflicts better? Yes.
Hi Rashika. So for the guidance and all, I can say that during the stream selection in my 11th class, so there was a major difficulty for that. So in that manner, so guidance helped me for selecting the commerce field and going on further.
Okay, thank you, Astitva. Yeah, that's a very good example. We all have been through that. So I'm moving on to organizational conflict resolution. We all are aiming to move towards the workforce sooner or later, and knowingly or unknowingly we are going to find ourselves into some conflicts. So we should know how to combat that, how to tackle with those situations. So the first step is acknowledging the conflict. Acknowledging is basically agreeing to the fact. इस चीज़ को recognize करना कि there is a conflict, not staying in denial. There are people who know that there is something wrong, but they'll never accept it. And without acceptance, there'll never be any solution. So the very first step is acknowledging, confronting the issue and handling it with the utmost grace. The next step is open communication and active listening, because we cannot move towards any solution without them. Can just please be participative. Can you all know what it is? I don't need to elaborate on this. Yes, Jatin? You can share. Active listening and open communication is something that goes hand in hand. So ensuring that all parties actively listen to each other and they actually are willing to give in that comprehension, that support, that understanding that is the need of the hour. The next step is defining the issues. Clearly identifying and the specific causes and the those root causes that are causing the conflict. एक बार recognize करने के बाद हमें उस तह तक जाना भी ज़रूरी होता है जिस वजह से conflicts हो रहे हैं, so that you can avoid them in future. Unidentified doubts will come up again and again and in probably in more uglier ways in future. The next step is finding a common ground and negotiation. What all do you know about negotiation? Yes, yes, Chandra.
Negotiating in the sense like accepting some views of another and also keeping arguments.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Coming to a mutual.
Yes, Urvashi. Yeah, very aptly said. Settlement, yes. Finding a common ground. जहाँ पे, yes, please.
Negotiation is simply listening to what someone else is saying. Let's suppose you are in negotiation with person A. So in negotiation you listen to what person A has to say and you have your objectives. It's either a win-win or win-lose or a lose-lose. So you reach to a conclusion somehow.
Yes.
That is basically
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
It's consensus. Creating a
Consensus.
Many a times with majority or sometimes
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, as ma'am said, finding that consensus, that midway solution where both the parties agree and they both are willingly shedding off some of their personal interests, so that they can reach a common solution.
I disagree. It can be a win-win too.
Yes, ma'am, in some cases.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but yes, in exceptional cases. The next step is establishing clear policies. All organizations need to define and familiarize their employees with particular set of rules and regulations that can be implemented in situations when conflicts arise. So that employees know what steps they need to take, what path they can follow, and they are just not going haywire. The next step is training and development. We don't know who all from here are aspiring to become the future leaders. So leadership में सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है आपकी listening and आपकी ability to solve your conflicts and problems without fail. So training and development actually enhances and helps you imbibe and inculcate those abilities so that you can